Good morning, guys. Can we talk about the Autopilot ending their public service from March 25th? Check this post out that we saw on X just a couple days ago. And well, let me go and do this. So, what we see here is the Autopilot on their official Twitter account basically stating they are transitioning to private mode. They made the announcement a few days ago, and they intend to have the system operational for one final epoch. And that's going to end on March 25th. So, what that means is if you have VE Aero NFTs locked up, delegated to the Autopilot, then those will get you one more epoch of fees. And after March 25th, we need to withdraw them. So, I mean, this raises a number of questions. Number one, we're very happy with the Autopilot. We're very happy with the service that we had there, and getting those CC paychecks on automatic, basically. And if we click here, this will take us into the app. And excuse me, coffee and crypto. So looks like we're going to be down to about 18% in this final epoch, possibly. And then Velo, I wonder what happens with Velo. Now, they didn't exactly clarify that part either, because they do say Autopilot. All right, so Autopilot will have to mean this appears to be focused on VE Aero. I don't see a clarification for Velo, but basically the folks that excellent marketing by the Autopilot. There's a couple things going on here, so I just want to raise a couple questions, right? Which I did on Twitter. You can find that post, and some people are pissed. Yeah, that's your problem. A lot of people don't think about the kind of people that we're helping in our community and here on my YouTube channel. We're helping, my mother-in-law plan for her retirement. We're helping, career veterans like Alex plan to replace his income in the next 10 years. We're helping busy moms and dads replace their income, regain financial sovereignty, and, plan for the future. Meanwhile, protocols like this will just make, not well announced moves that number one, it's going to put a question mark over that team forever, because now, when you suddenly pivot and there's just short notice, then, people are going to brand you a certain way. They're never going to forget. Retail users in DeFi and crypto are like elephants. We never forget. Yeah, you can burn us. Yeah, you can hurt us. Yeah, you can, I'm not saying it's a rug, but, if we get rug pulled or scammed or whatever, you will never, ever forget the people and projects that were involved. And I got a short list. I've got a list on my blacklist of people that, I don't care how legitimate they come back. I don't care. I'm thinking of the names in my head right now. If I see one post by those people, I'm going to be the first to be like, hey, remember what they did over there, guys. They're waving over here and saying, oh, I'm clean. This is an awesome project. Yeah, do all these things. Man, I got some names on my tongue right now. And, all of those lessons that I learned coming out of the last cycle. So we got to think about the moms and dads. We got to think about, the mother-in-laws and those kind of things, and making this stuff easy and making it reliable. Also building in some kind of notification system that says, hey, if you're going to make an about shift, like a 90-degree or 180-degree change, you need to give us some notice. You need to, give us, 30 days or something at least. Because what happens is the default stance for any DeFi project that I've ever seen, no matter how legit sounding they are, no matter how doxed they are or wonderful they are, outside of very, very few personalities in crypto Twitter and in DeFi, they will always come back to their own agenda and their own goals, absent of any consideration for you and for your capital. And the excuse will always be, oh, well, you read the T's and C's, too bad, so sad. It's not good enough anymore. It's really not good enough. The institutions are piling in. They're coming in with all their big bucks. And, us retail investors, we're like pirates. We got to, flow in between the cracks. We got to figure out a way, and we're doing it together, in the CryptoEase community. My friends and family and my new friends around the world, we're all working that out together. So check out our community link in bio. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but this is just a coffee and crypto. It's a bit of a rant, to be honest. Got a little bit of coffee left, so I'm not going to be too long. And what do we do now? Now that this change has happened, what do we do now Well, number one, we wait until after March 25th before we unplug our NFTs. And in my Build Your Bank mastermind group, my portfolio is 100% in the autopilot for those rewards and rebuilding my blue chip base according to Mike's bull or bear I don't care formula, a proven system with a blue chip base with DeFi passive income in the middle and reinvesting that DeFi passive income into your three layers, including the top risk on layer that's adjusted for your risk appetite, whether you're conservative, balanced, or aggressive. So we're going to need to go back to the drawing board. One of our reliable investments out there, at least from a passive income perspective, in that middle layer of the bull or bear I don't care, is our CVX, is Convex, and locking up their governance token. And we're making 18, 25, 35%, depending on the period there, on the epoch there. So that's one you could look at. But if you've already invested in Aero, I'm not saying pull out of your VE Aero NFT. I'm not saying that at all. You can, if you want to, if you're insisting on selling your VE Aero NFT, then don't forget this marketplace, okay? Vexy.fi. Go to Vexy.fi. This is a legitimate marketplace. You can sell your Aero position here at a discount, and the discounts are not too shabby. Let's ignore that guy. But you can buy, VE Aero at a 7% discount today if you like. And you can also sell your VE Aero, right? So if you want to make an offer, you can make an offer there. But if you need to liquidate your VE Aero position today, you can do it. They'll make you an offer, probably about 10%, something like that, less than what you can get. But I'm not suggesting that we do that. I'm not suggesting that we do that at all. What I am suggesting is, number one, just stay where you are. Don't do anything, okay? For now, just don't. Oh, yeah, I am still recording. For now, don't do anything. Wait till March 25th. Let's get that final epoch from the autopilot. Thank you for your service. And now we're going to go hunting again. Now we're going to go hunting for a reliable team that is not just going to about shift on us at the last minute because some other narratives have changed. I believe that there is a viable lower risk business opportunity here to provide this kind of a service in an ongoing fashion. And one of the options that you do have is 40 acres. Okay. 40 Acres Finance is one of the options you can go look at, where you can borrow against your VE NFT if you like, and then reinvest, or you can also join a relayer. And, if you want to know what a relayer is, then go ahead and look at Aerodrome. Sorry. Where are my relayers at, guys? Incentivize. Where did they go? Oh, I need to connect the wallet. This is one of the CryptoEase test wallets here. All right, I'm not going to do that right now. But you can also just join one of the relayers here, but there's different challenges around that. And, the challenges that we have in general are, we'll always come back to making it easy, making it simple, and helping people to make these moves on their own. Aero's at a nice price again. Oof, it was pretty decent there in Feb 23. Did we go under overnight? We came close to going under 30 cents. But for me, leading up to Metadex 03, I still think this is a buy. And I will still be buying Aero as I go forward here. And I'm looking for other opportunities outside of 40 Acres. This is a different team. We've got to go do our homework all again. We've got to go and check out all the docs. And, they do have a referral program. That's nice. You can gift a loan. I had started doing work on these, and then we got into the tax season. Now I'm focused on my tax content. So check that out as an option if you like. Is 40 Acres Finance as an option. You can also head back to Aerodrome with your locked up, and you can vote here on any of these pools here, but then you're doing it yourself. Then you're doing it manually. And if you want a hands-free option, which is where we really want to be, with the CryptoEase and our busy moms and dads narrative, then we want options that automate all of this for us and take care of those votes for us to get us the best yield possible, and plug in there. And there is a viable business opportunity there, but there's a required scale that we need. I think that might be something we can investigate. And don't forget, one way to get out of this is if you do want to exit your VE Aero position, if you're insisting on doing that, you can use Vexy. That was always the option we had, and that was why we always recommended this to newbies, is because you had a way out. If there was no way out, I would have only recommended this to novices and pros, but you do have that option and opportunity. So if you need any help with this, go ahead and ask your questions here on this video. This will be posted as a Coffee and Crypto with Mike. If you need in-depth help or you want access to our community, check the link in bio. We've got a special running until I think the end of March, maybe. And then we're collapsing 2 of our tiers into one super low price, including our Alpha Watch, which you might be interested in. Meanwhile, feel free to go to this post and air your concerns with Autopilot or join their Discord. Get your questions answered there if you can. And if you need help with that, you can always hit me up. So this is Mike with Crypto Ease, signing off from this Coffee and Crypto, leading us out of this very short notice announcement from the Autopilot. And basically they're saying, your money is safe, but they're pivoting their business. And I have to wonder how much of this relates back to the service that Aerodrome has with Mellow Finance. I don't know, can we see it here? Because they call that the Autopilot. Did you catch that? Yeah, that's also called the Autopilot. So that's one of the questions that I had for Alexander in the post. I don't think he even responded. We're small fish out here. And, a bunch of small fish swimming together can really do well at surviving in DeFi. And that's why I encourage you to, go for people that will teach you how to fish, not make you dependent on their fish. So anyways, I wish you a good day further. I'm going to quickly post this video up, and I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for subscribing to Crypto Ease with Mike. Like and share and ask your questions in the comments, and I will see you soon. Have a wonderful day. I'm about to go buy some soil for my garden, and